It's Justin's health problems more on a spiritual level from him not living in his truth. Yes. I don't think there's much time that we need on that, because that's really all it is. Is a lot of trapped pain in his body that he never processed. And what happens is that's why it's called dis-ease. And I think we spoke on this a little bit on the old page with him. It's called dis-ease because a lot of times it's not really an actual illness, but it's the dis-ease. That's why they call illnesses dis-ease, because they start out as dis-ease and then they become illnesses, because when it sits, that energy sits in your body, that discomfort, that dis-ease, it then manifests into other issues where it attacks your nervous system and then after that your muscles. And for him to know that what he has is an autoimmune disease, it was just a lot of hits to his nervous system, a lot of stress that he never was able to process. And but what's going to help it is now he has to understand what his body doesn't want to need, or is going to cause more, is going to attack. Okay, so what also happens is, because this happened to me, when you develop an autoimmune disease and stuff, also when like your body can't, to me, I feel like what happens is spiritually it gets in shock. And so you're kind of caught in between a high frequency and a low frequency. And then you think you could like eat stuff you used to and all that, and your body really can't process it. And then your cells is doing some sort of 1-2 with whatever, depending on whatever autoimmune disease you got and what those cells are supposed to do, whatever pathogens are on, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, I don't know the medical terms all the way, but for the basic aspect of it all, it's just dysfunction in the body that's caused by the neurological system. And it's your brain that releases all these chemicals, and they trigger the hormones. And then I'm hearing something about the limbic system of the brain. And all that stuff starts to go haywire, just like a computer when it gets hot and all that kind of stuff. And then you develop certain things, and your body's not gonna want to be in the mood to process like thicker foods and stuff, or certain substances and all that. And then if you keep using it, what it does is it's gonna attack the weaker parts of your body. So if you ever sprain your ankle, or any kind of injury ever happened to you, the pain goes there the fastest. And you may not have like a broken bone or anything, but it creates inflammation. And then when you're eating acidic foods and your diet is full of that, it causes more inflammation, and then that causes pain as well. And then acid dwells in dark spaces, and when you have this ease in your body from stress and worry and fear, and it's just sitting there, those spots become dark. Like if you guys ever get into doing like energy work and you look at a person's auras and lights, that stuff can look horrible when you could see like the patches of darkness. Sometimes you could see little parasitic things in their energetic field. Some nibble, some are moving throughout the body, and then there are these, mostly I always see those sitting patches of spots, those little black spots, and it just indicates where that illness is and where that energy was sitting. So yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, it comes with a lot of self-forgiveness and all that. Sure, he's going to church, but it's the wrong thing for him and his healing, and he gotta develop a mind of his own, which again I also feel like, damn, this is coming out too. I also feel like that's why he's super religious, or he like picks something that's more like practical and logical to still run away from his gift of intuition. So this goes back to the earlier question that spoke a lot on his fear of his intuition, like his gift. That's because it's his gift. He's running from his gift, really, That's all it is. And these are the type of relationships you attract, the way people treat you and everything, because you have the gift. God gave you the gift to use to see through these people and to help people and, do whatever you wanted to do with that gift that you wrote when you came down here. And he's not fulfilling those things within himself, not for God, but for himself. We're here to magnify our lives for God, just show ourselves the way, and that makes him proud. You know, we're not really here to like please him or nothing. So when they say, oh, God was upset with me, no, but yeah, all in the same breath we say he's an unconditional lover. Like it can't be both. Like, you know, and that's the thing. So yes, that's that.